Welcome back, everybody. It's time for more Rika Furude Simulator 24. If you'd like to try it yourself, the link's up here. Socks make people sexy.itch.io. We're 11,000 fates in here. Is 11,000 fates in. And we still only have 3 Nipahs, and not the true miracle. Will today be the day? Probably not, but it could be. Let's find out. Rika? Thank you. Rika, Rika, Rika. But coming up after this, we got a different kind of game, more of a survival game that we're gonna check out on stream. Today is my last of my Concerta medication. It's very Concerta-ing. Still have no idea why my insurance lapsed yesterday or the day. I don't even remember anymore. I think it was yesterday. And of course it tells me right at the end of my medication cycle and on a weekend, so now I can't even call them. So, it should be interesting for the next couple of days, I'd say. And a bit less horrifying for myself news. We are going to be doing more RGL, more RGL donation, charity drive gaming later. It's still going on right now if you wanted to check it out. Twitch.tv/RetroGamingLiveTV. But we're going to be doing a Mario Shuffler similar to the Mega Man Shuffler we did yesterday. 6666. That's gonna be fun. We're also at stream streak number 484. So we're in just over 2 weeks, we'll be at stream number 500 consecutively. 500 consecutive, at least 5+ hour streams has got to be worth something, right? We're doing it. It just took me a second to look at that one. Da 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 da. What would that timing be out to? That's at 5 hours, 500 times 5 basically. So 2,500 hours of streaming at least in the last 500 days. Well, and that's not including the many times we went to 6, 7, and 8+ hours. But at least 2,500 hours of streaming for 500 consecutive days in 16 days sounds kind of incredible. I don't know what to do for it. Sounds like I should do something real special, but I just don't know. Maybe that's the day I just replay a bunch of my own streams and take a break. Nipah yourself, Rika. Maybe I should get a Rika emote. I mean, it seems pretty fitting at this point to get a Rika emote. We've spent at least like 20 to 30 hours on Rika Furude Simulator here. Single greatest game ever made. Yo, download this. Get your own Rika number. Let me know about it. I want to see it. Suppose you could show some videos from AGDQ and comment what it was like. Oh, jeez, I don't want to show myself from GDQ. Holy shit. I've never gone back and watched those videos, not once. And I know that's just my own, anxiety. I don't like your chances. I think she agrees with you. But due to my anxiety, I just never went back and watched them. I don't mind talking about them at all. If you want to know about some GDQ experiences, by all means, ask away. I had a great time at all the GDQs I went to. The first one would probably be the most memorable because it was the first one. And I went with Kong, actually. Kong drove up from Florida to New Jersey, and then we went together to West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads, take me home. And other speedrunning videos for games you played and talk about the crazy skips. That's true. That's also true. Having a review of old speedruns would kind of be pretty fun. See how much I can actually remember. What is my speedrun portfolio on SRC? Let's look at it real quick. Hey Max, how's it going? Alright, I have 318 full game runs on SRC. Oh, there's a straight. Alright. Yeah, surprisingly, we actually get more death before we go into 40k than we do during it in these streams. Like, somehow, some way, this has happened. Oh shit, if you go to my Twitch or my speedrun.com profile, it shows me live streaming. It shows Rika Furude. That's amazing. Oh shit, okay. But yeah, I have several hundred games there. There's more that I've never uploaded there as well. My speedrunning life has spanned from as early as 2001, maybe even a little earlier than that, but the earliest I remember speedrunning was on, like, purposely speedrunning. I was playing Super Mario World on the SNES, and I was timing myself with the VCR, and I would, I ended up figuring out that you could get to the end pretty quickly just by doing the Star Road path. So I was like, yeah. So was I, Butcher. So was I. Maybe it was like 2003 or 4 then, because I don't remember being in school, so it had been 03 or 04 then. I graduated in 02. 700 years ago now. A big thing about speedrunning is, I was doing the NES Blitz, and I was gonna do a speedrun of every NES game in I got about like 53 games in, and this is after I'd already been speedrunning NES games almost exclusively for like 4 years at that point. And we ended up getting a lot there. It was rolling, but 2020, like the beginning of 2020, I was pushing myself way too much, and that whole burnt out thing happened there. But we do have a pretty long list of speedruns. Mostly dating back to 5 years ago now. 5 or 6 years ago, but there's a ton of speedruns on SRC from this stream, which is why when I started speedrunning UFO 50, I got so excited. Yo, a flat cap! Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate that. Welcome everybody from a flat caps chat, just in time to watch Rika explode over and over again. The main event, if you will. Boom. What were you up to do a flex? Wow. I said words, but I don't know if any of them went together. What were you up to today on your stream, a flat cap? Persona 3 Reloaded again. Nice. I saw some Persona 3 art the other day. I'd never really played Persona, except the very first one. Briefly, and the only thing I remember on it was they would scream Persona, I think, every time they cast a spell or something. This is like the PlayStation version. I don't even remember. It's long time ago. We watched a guy die. Well, sounds like quality streaming content to me. Oop, I keep clicking the wrong dang game. What is my oldest speedrun? My oldest speedrun on SRC and logged in is Ghostbusters 2 17 years ago, Adventure 17 years ago, and E.T. from 17 years ago. I used to do speedrun. If you go into my YouTube channel and look at some of my older videos, I'll have Call of Duty videos, I'll have like early speedruns, I'll have Tecmo Super Bowl videos that I was messing around with and editing a long time ago. Hey, a 4 house. And was Chubby Cherub that old too? No, that's 11 years ago. Chubby Cherub I literally ran because of a friend of mine just kept being like, Chubby Cherub, Chubby Cherub, and I just thought it was funny. That friend was Fro, by the way, for anybody who is curious. He probably has the record, I believe, these days. But he just got, like, really obsessed and excited about it years ago, and it was funny, and I ended up doing a run of it. It's very interesting. It took me a little while because I was gonna do it as like a joke because he was like pushing it so hard, but after I started playing it, I'm like, well, I gotta do this proper, of course, because I'm too anal and hyper-focused to just half-ass a speedrun job. So I had to do it as well as I could at the time. This was 11 years ago, so we're saying in 2013. I'm in Jersey at the time. Speedrunning hasn't been a thing for me in a while. But the amusing thing about that, 2013, is 2014 is when I started streaming. I didn't start streaming speedrunning at first. I streamed, and we just talked about this earlier. Or I just said it earlier, I should say, in a Discord, but the first game I ever played was I Want to Be the Bashi. To all who remembers the I Want to Be the Guy games, were really popular in the mid-2010s in the Twitch sphere, and I was really watching a lot of it at the time. And I Want to Be the Guy, or I Want to Be the Bashi was like the big one. And I really enjoyed watching that game. I did. it was really fun watching the I Want to Be competitions, because there were so many different of them. But that was the first thing I ever streamed on my stream. Yeah, it is, Chrono. It really is. There are so many I Want to Be the Guy games. It's kind of mind-boggling how many there are, but I really enjoyed watching quite a few of them. Because the people who dedicated themselves to playing them, like, it's really fun watching those incredibly difficult boss fights. What was it? God, what was the big one that was, like, super difficult? It came out back then. It was the third. I Want to Be the Camellia 3? Was that it? Am I remembering that right? Because I had the piano boss. Excuse me. It might have been Camellia. I think it is. And there was a lot of, like, there's a lot of people even theorizing that it'd be kind of impossible to speedrun because some of the bosses were so ridiculously difficult. But, as of course, speedrunners took that as a challenge. And they have speedran that game. I'm sure the time now is just great at this point. But he was just so much fun. I think they even had, like, there was an I Want to Be the Guy, like, competitive thing going on, too, that I used to watch. I don't even remember the channel. It's been so many years at this point. But it was really fun watching all of them, like, face each other. And then eventually that led me over to the speedrunning community. As I developed more of watching Twitch, I started finding other things that I was interested in. And I came across a Twitch streamer called Primal85. And they were speedrunning Mega Man 5, I want to say at the time. Was it 5? Man, it's been a long time. What Mega Man was it? I think it was 5. And I was like, oh shit, I love Mega Man games. This is really interesting. Somebody's beating this so fast. Little did I know that it developed the next, 11 years of my life. 10 years at this point. Oh god, it has been 10 years of streaming, Jesus. And that's when I started to look at Nintendo games. And I want to say the first one I really tried was the first Mega Man. And that's when some of the speedrunning community ended up finding me on Twitch. And I eventually got caught wind of an NAS marathon of 20 games. And after I began speedrunning again with the Mega Mans, I was like, well, this sounds fun. And so after the list of 20 games came out, I was like, shit, I'll practice this. Let's go. And then all the people I've been watching for years, Primal85, Feasel was another huge one who still streams today from time to time. And 4H, or Andy. Were probably the first 3 streamers, because Andy was doing Bubble Bobble at the time, and Feasel was doing Zelda 2. And then we caught wind of the big 20, and then we started practicing for that. And I realized I was, like, facing a lot of the people I'd been watching for so long, which was super exciting to me. Like, I was, like, you get that, like, feeling of being surrounded by, people you've been watching or, like, enjoying and, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, taking in all their stream vibes and their speedrun stuffs, and then, like, you get a little bit of a At first, you get that little bit of anxiety about like talking to these people. And the greatest thing any of this ever taught me is that people are literally just people. That's it. They're nothing special. They're just people that dedicate themselves to the things they enjoy in life, and I appreciate that very much. And that kind of got me over that whole phase, but like the original Big 20, I really gunned for really hard. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be really fun. I practiced streams all the time. Where I first met a lot of people, and a lot of people first found my stream. So at the end of the day, I still owe a lot to that whole experience, which is fun. Even if I don't do NES speedruns anymore and such. At least at the moment. It's certainly not something I would ever say that I'm done with. It's just hyper-focus switches. And I needed some time off after pushing way too hard. But if the UFO 50 thing is any indication, we'll definitely be speedrunning again in the future. I have had an absolute blast speedrunning Mortal 2. We did snag a record in it yesterday again. I didn't actually look to see if... Oh, yeah, it got verified. Nice. Got verified 10 minutes ago, actually. Perfect. Well, now we have the record in Mortal 2 again. So cool. We got a 213. A low 213. I was only going to go for a 214, but we really got a pleasant surprise on a pretty clean run, and I was happy about that. And I'll probably be speedrunning a lot more of the UFO 50 list, really. Like, there's a lot of good fun games on there, and if it goes well from there, maybe even a full game speedrun, full 50 list game speedrun. We're talking about long streams that would make a comeback, but before I would do that, I definitely want to speedrun individual games in there before I do like a whole big game. I don't want to rush into solid strats for each games to do it like a quick one. I kind of want to make sure that I have a lot of the routes down first for some of the games, especially the longer ones. Like, I don't know how fast you can beat like Pilot's Quest or more so like Grimstone and Divers would be the two. That would be scariest to me because of their length, and maybe Divers wouldn't actually be... Oh, there's another straight. Maybe Divers wouldn't be so bad. But Grimstone will be long no matter what. It's a JRPG. And there's other games that I'm sure would be lengthy or really suck if you lost, aka Onion Delivery on day 7, or something like that. So I'd really want to brush up on getting everything good. Plus, I really want to get back to Bug Hunter and Devilition to cherry both of them. Cherrying Paint Chaser yesterday was huge. Really enjoyed that. That's a fun striped die roll. But yeah, UFO 50's been such a good time. It's really brought a lot of the good retro feels back. Val brace, we're getting closer to finishing. Yo, what's up, Mob? We're gonna get to Wasper soon, and then after that, like after those two, it's just on to Grimstone in the bottom of the list, really. Just really need to gold Devilition and Bug Hunt, which I don't think will be too bad. I think Bug Hunt, once I give it another chance, isn't gonna be that bad. Like it's one of those like party house, like once you get the flow of things, it'll be a lot easier to streak in it. I've gone on multiple 9 streaks in Party House, and I got a double-digit streak in Party House. So at this point, like, Bug Hunter is only 6 levels. I think the real understanding of it is going to be which bugs you care to keep alive versus which, or, you know, you care to let get into stage 2 of their development versus which ones you'd all want to kill first. Which bugs are the least annoying to deal with. And there's only 6 stages, so I feel it's very doable. I just gotta get the modulators down. Devilition, on the other hand, is just really neat. I feel like that one won't be hard. We just gotta save more villagers towards the end, and then we should have it. I only beat Devilition once, though. Really fun, though. I know how the last stage goes now, and that'll be another fun one to go back to. Damn, we're almost at the end of our fates today already. Well, that's sad. Here, have a mouse nose. Or I don't have a mouse nose, be that way. Yeah, that's a little bit of history on where I started as a streamer. I want to be the guy games, followed by some random stuff. I played Dark Wizard briefly, which I do want to come back to again. What else did I play before Mega Man? Like, this was 10 years ago, so I'm having a little bit of trouble remembering. I'm sure there's still some VODs from back then. When I started speedrunning, I started speedrunning with an Xbox 360 controller on the computer with an emulator and a headset with a very poor quality microphone. And I still got a sub 20 in Mega Man on the emulator with an Xbox 360 controller. That's another straight. Ollie, what have you done to us? Like, it was kind of miserable looking back at it with how terrible that controller was, but once I made the switch over to the NES and better controllers, it kind of just got smoother from there. But we all start from somewhere. Nowadays, I use a computer controller. I've advanced a lot. I use a $20 computer. It's actually a pretty good controller. It's just a Logitech, like $20 controller. For how much I use it, it's pretty damn solid. I just got a new one not too long ago, because the old one kinda stopped working a little bit. Quality controller for a solid price. Oh, Miz, nice. What kind of gaming PC you getting? I've never had a good graphics card. Oh wow. It's gonna be a new world for you, Miz. So much XCOM graphics can go up so much more now. Nipah. Those are streaming origins for those who might not know. Oh my god, it's another fucking straight. Hey, it's our 50th straight since we started counting. Let's go. RTX 3060, nice. You're gonna love it. I don't know what games you're gonna want to play, but there's so many games that can open up to you once your PC gets good. This is why I stopped consoling for a while ago. It's kind of stupid that the Xbox and PlayStation still have this console war thing going. Like, they're just computers. Games like 3-4 years ago are crazy good graphics for me. Right, that's... Miz, you're talking to somebody who grew up on NES. Like, 3 to 4 years ago is almost nothing in terms of graphic-wise. I think you're good. I think you're good. No, but for real, I really do hope you have a great time. It's always fun updating the PC. Want to play Darktide? Do it. Play all the Warhammer games now. Oh. 9 more rolls, Rika. What do we got today? 9 more rolls, and we're gonna have ourselves a secret third game here. We have Left 4 Dead, which I played on a potato back in 2010. 2010 as a kid. Oh god. I love it. I played Left 4 Dead on the Xbox 360 back then. And I remember having a good time with it. Actually, I played Left 4 Dead for the first time in ages, like a few days ago on RGL. It was really fun, honestly. Yeah, that was back before I even really did PC gaming. Back then, 2010, I was probably on the 360 almost all the time. Either playing... Oh, 2010, that's kind of when the Madden craze started to stop. Alright, last fate. Come on, Rika. Oh, well, Rika. Another 200 fates. Another not-so-lucky Rika Farude, but that's okay. We'll be back tomorrow. She will be saved. Damn it, she will be saved. Thank you again, Polly, for making this. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to get it yourself, again, links up here, you know it. Let me know if you're on a Rika Farude. Grind yourself. I'd love to get it to 1,000 downloads by the end of the year. Or maybe as many downloads as Tragic Fates we have. We could try that. Let's match the downloads with Fates. That's going to be it. YouTubers, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'd also appreciate that very much. We're going to be continuing some XCOM later today, but we also have a new special game coming up here on stream. And after that, we are going to do Mario Shuffler on Retro Gaming Live TV for Charity Marathon. Alrighty, y'all. Positive vibes, and have a good night.